Good morning everyone, so this is the demonstrations of my projects of the Lost and Find system website. So this is the main page of the website, which include two sessions, which is the login sessions and the register lab sessions. So now I'm going to log in as an admin. And you can see that the password will be hidden when we input the password. After we log in, we will enter the home page of the website, and you can see that there will be two buttons in the home page, which is the create notice and the view notice, and you can see that the layout for the admin. So now we can click on the notice view notice button, and after we click on it, it will show the notice posted before. And since there is no record right now, so it will show no record find. And we can go back to the home page by clicking the home page button or the icons in the left corner. So for the functions for the admin, there is the view complete notice, and there is no record right now. View pending notice, there is also no record right now. And for the functions of view all users, after we clicking on it, it will show all the user register, and since there's no user, so it will show no record find. And also you can see some notice data right here. And for the functions of view myself, after clicking on it, it will show the user's informations, and we can edit it, which will be shown later. And it will show the notice created, the notice responded by the users, and also is no record find right now. So right now we'll log out first and try to create an user with the register page. So in the register page, we can insert some informations for the user, and if we didn't do so and just click on the register button, it will pull up and require us to input some informations. And right now we'll just input some informations. And right now we'll click on the register button and create a user. And if the register is successful, you'll show this information, and we can now go back to the main page to log in. And after we just create a new account, you can see that the database will be updated, which means the register is successful. And right now, if we want to create another account with the same user ID, it will not be allowed. And if we click on the register, it will show user already exists. And now we can log in with the user we just create. And you can see the login is successful. And you can see the homepage and the layout of the user while they log in. And there is homepage button and the view myself button. And also it will show the data of the user, and the notice created and the notice responded by the user. And right now we'll try to create a notice. And after we click on the create notice button, the button will be disabled, and users can input some informations of the notice. And also the system can check whether the user input or not. If there is no input, it will show some error. And now I'm going to input some detail for the notice. So during creating the notice, we can choose whether we are lost or find the notice, and now we are choosing lost. Choose the date, choosing the date, and inputting the title, the fans, and the content, so as the descriptions, and input some image for the notice. And we can now post the notice by clicking the post button. And after we create the post successful, it will show this page, and the user can go back and view all the notice by clicking the view notice button. And now you can see we entered the page of view notice, and the button of view notice will be down, and there is one record which is the notice we just post. And you can see that the post will have two buttons, which is the respond button and the views button. Also we can see the type, the topic, and the stage of the notice, and created by who. And now if we click on the views button, it will show the details of the notice, and it will show the overall of the notice, the type, the topic, and when it posts, as well as the fans, the content, and the descriptions of the notice, and also the image. And you can see that there is a respond button if the notice is not responded, and there is the responded area for the notice if the NAC showing still not respond now. And now I'm going to create more notice and more users for the demonstrations. So right now I've already created around 10 users and 10 notice. And if we go back to our website and click on the view notice, it will show all the notice. And if we click on any one of the notice, we can view the details of the notice, and so as the respond button. And now I'm going to respond on one of the notice by clicking on the respond button, and we can now respond in this text box. So now I'm going to respond one of the notice, and you can see that if we didn't input anything and click respond, it will require to input something. And now I'm putting some of the response. And after we enter the response and click on the respond button, it will show response success, and we can go back to view the notice. And you can see that once again the respond button here will be done if the notice and the stage will be complete when the notice is responded. And also the users can respond to a notice by clicking on this response button. For example, right now I want to respond to this notice, and after we clicking on this notice, you can see all the details of the notice, and we can respond. For example, I'm now responding to this post, and it will also show success. So right now, if we go back to the notice we just respond, you can see that the detail of the notice as well as the response message posted from me, as well as the posted date. And you can see that the respond button of the notice will be down. And right now, if the users want to view the notice and the details of himself, the users can click on the view myself button, and you can see that the users can see the notice created by him and the notice responded by him. And the users can edit his informations in this page by clicking on the edit button. When the button is clicked, this page will be shown and the users can edit the information of himself. For example, if we want to update our image and our email, and when we click on the update button, and you can see that other informations will not be modified except the one we have changed, which is the email and the image. For another functions of the user can reset his password if we forgot the password by clicking the forgot password. In this page, the user can reset his password by entering a correct ID and correct email. And if the user ID and user email is not matched and we click reset, it will show an error message. So even we input the correct user ID and email and the new password and the repeat new password is not matched, it will show an error message. And if everything is okay and we click on the reset button, and it will show password reset successful, and we can go back to the main page to log in. And in the login page, if we input the incorrect password and press the login button, it will show the error message. And right now I'm going to log into the admin account again and show the functions with the update database. And right now, if we click on the view complete notice, it will show all the completed notice. And all the respawn button will be down since it is completed. And if we click on the view button of one of the posts, it will show the detail of the notice again, and the respawn button will be down and the respawn message. And for the view pending notice, if we click on it, it will show all the pending notice. And also we can respond to it or view it. And right now, if we click on the view all users, and you can see that all the users of the website. And you can see that it will show the notice number of each user and the responded number of each users, as well as the notice data. And you can see that it will show the notice number and the responded number of each age range. And also the admin can view the notice created and responded by each users by clicking on the user's name. And you can see that after clicking on the user's name, it will show the notice created by that person and the notice responded by that person. And here is another example of another users like George. And for the last functions will be the logout functions. If we click on the logout functions, the cookie will be deleted and we cannot go back to any page even if we click on the last page button.